Hello, I'm Sherry Rose, and welcome to this episode of A Word About with Sherry Rose. Today's episode is a word about creativity. So, in order to have a successful society, of course, we need adults who can read and can do math. But overall, we need adults who are creative, because these are the adults that really thrive in the business world, in the world at large, are those who can stimulate creativity in themselves and in others. So the good news about this, for those of us who are working with young children, is that children are hardwired to be creative. So this is already built into them. So it becomes our jobs as parents and as caregivers to simply help unleash that natural creativity that is already inside of them. So how do we do this? So I'm going to talk about 4 main ways that we can help unleash children's natural creativity. So the first one is to model it. So this means that you yourself may want to reevaluate how you spend your time and how you spend your money, and invest your time and money in creative activities for yourself. Going to the ballet or watching the ballet online, probably right now in the COVID times. Restoring old cars, any type of hobby that's hands-on is likely to be considered creative, or in terms of expressing an interest in the arts in some way, would be showing a side of you that is creative and showing and demonstrating that you believe that creativity is important, and your child will then notice that modeling. The second pathway to unleashing your child's creativity is to build on your child's strengths and interests. So you want to make sure that you are paying attention and noticing what your child is interested in and what areas your child is strong in. Do you have a child who is a visual learner, really attracted to the visual arts? Make sure that you have art supplies for them. Make sure that you have a space where they can make and create their own art. Make sure you have some sort of gallery space for them where they can display their art. You might even think about covering a wall with chalkboard paint and giving them that space where they can freely create. But perhaps you don't have a visual learner. Perhaps you have a kinesthetic learner. Then those other methods for the visual learner would not be as effective. So you would want to make sure that you have a space for movement and a space for dancing and just room to try lots of things, because we know that our kinesthetic folks need to move and physically try out different activities. The third path to unleashing your child's creativity is to keep it low stress. So you want to reduce that pressure to perform and achieve and create somewhat of a performance-free zone. So not creating an art space for your child so that you can show it off to your friends when they come over for dinner. Not having your child enjoy music and singing so that they can then stand in front of the family and perform some sort of song, unless those things are ideas that are coming directly from your child, and then please go ahead. But if that is not the focus that I would want you to have for your child, and not the performance focus. So if a performance comes out of it because that is what your child desires and that is what your child builds toward, that's something different. But I would say in general, just have them enjoy those moments of creativity without the factor of performance. And then my fourth tip, my fourth path to unleashing your child's creativity is to make sure that you know that they are learning from mistakes and failure, and make sure that they know that you know that. People who are most successful and most creative are those who have a positive orientation toward mistakes and failures. You want to make sure that when mistakes and failure happen, that the conversations afterward are things like, what could we learn from this mistake? What could we do differently next time? Rather than a focus on a reward or a punishment that was or was not had. And a little extra tidbit, I did say I had 4 paths toward unleashing your child's natural curiosity. And this one is not, I wouldn't say is a major one, but I do think it's important that you don't want to forget to feed the brain with healthy snacks and healthy beverages, because those healthy snacks and beverages can also help them get their juices going too. So that was my word about creativity for today. If you liked this video, please go ahead and give me that thumbs up. If you have any feedback for me, please do comment below. I read every single comment. And I would love for you to subscribe to my channel and click that bell to receive notifications when I post future episodes. See you next time.